get some in your life. What's happening, good people? It's your host, Freddie Taylor here, ThinkTaylor.com, reminding you to think Taylor when your business needs a boost. Today we're talking about philanthropy, and I got here to this discussion today because as I'm working out on my Chicago Marathon, and a friend of mine asked me, well, Freddie, what's next? What's next on your list of life goals? And I got to pouring through the goals, and I had some really good ones, and I promise I'll share them once a time in the future. But I was thinking about the next one, and it's philanthropy. Philanthropy. I'm ready to start giving back. I'm not as rich as I would like to be, and I probably couldn't give as much as I would like, but I know how to network, I know how to get in touch with people, and I have a desire to do so, affect the world in a positive way, at least the world that I can reach. So with that, philanthropy is the next goal, and I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait until I have everything that I need in my life in order to start trying to make a difference in the world around me. So I want to get started now. So with that, I'll be raising money for the Grand Prairie Library located here in Hazel Crest, Illinois. That's my local library, and that's something that I've been wanting to do, raise money for the library. I'm a big reading advocate, a voracious reader, if you will. I love to read, and I think reading is great, and I've benefited over the years by using the public library. My children go to the library, a lot of children go to the library. It's just a wonderful institution that we have here in this country, that you can get any books that you want. So with that, I'm running the 2010 Chicago Marathon in order to raise funds for the Grand Prairie Library here in Hazel Crest, Illinois. I'm in week 8 of an 18-week program, and now I feel comfortable approaching you about funds, about donating to the fundraiser, because I'm not going to flake out now. I'm almost halfway through my workout routine, my 18-week training program. As I mentioned, I'm in week 8. Come back tomorrow, Friday. I'll be giving you an update on how that is going. It's going great, but I don't want to spend time talking about that. An investment in the library. Why the library? An investment in the library is really an investment in our future. It's compiling information and knowledge and resources and books and equipment and software in a place that is accessible to anyone in the community in the future. And the children, you think if you put a collection of books in there 50 years later, ideally those books will still be there, and there'll still be something tangible that could touch the future, touch the people and change their lives, because you can read a good book and it can change everything. So with that, that's part of my aim. But I spoke to the director. Her name is Tracy Ducksworth. Tracy Ducksworth over at the Prairie Hills Library, and she mentioned that wherever funds that we donate to the library can be earmarked for specific purchases. So that's something that's very exciting. So I got to thinking, well, what do we want to donate to? Where do we want to earmark the money that we feel that it can make the biggest difference? I had some things on my mind, but the first thing I did was I talked to Tracy and I asked her what did they have planned and might need some additional funds in help securing. She mentioned that next summer they have some sort of program where they're trying to gather or purchase 12 new laptops to give to the children so that they can have their own individual laptop during these sessions during the summer. So I thought that that was a worthy goal. We're going to raise some funds for, by the way, $2,000 is our goal to raise for the foundation. After we hit our $2,000 goal limit, I'll start approaching some companies and organizations. Hopefully we can get some matching or $500 to $1,000 donations to get that up to around $4,000 or $5,000 level. So we'll get to that in a moment. So that's what Ms. Ducksworth had in mind when I asked her what did they need for the library. Some things that are on my mind is financial literacy. In a financial society, I don't understand how this country cannot well prepare their citizens for the financial challenges and future ahead of them. A lot of us made a lot of silly mistakes, taking out credit cards, maxing them out while we're young and in college. So I think that some type of financial literacy training would be great. I thought about purchasing as many as we could of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad Cash Flow 101 games so that we can hold cash flow nights in the community for the children and start to get those teenagers acclimated to using money and understand what some of these financial instruments are all about. I thought about some computer software programs that help with financial literacy, which I think would be great. So I don't know. Let me know what's on your mind. I did have one other idea because I want to make impact with the money and trying to think where the future and the jobs and the opportunities are going to be in this country. And it seems like everything is going green, if you will. So, you know, some green educational books, green infrastructure, green software technology, something that maybe can spark some of the younger generations in getting interested in this green movement, because there's going to be trillions of dollars thrown around in this atmosphere, and that can mean jobs, that can mean businesses, that just means opportunity for those that are going to plug themselves in and do the right things in order to take advantage of it. So those are some of the ideas that I have. If you do me a favor, leave a comment below. Let me know what's on your mind. Maybe we can find out a better solution to earmark this money. But again, we're going for $2,000. The way that I see it, if I can run 26 miles, you can donate $26 to the cause. It's a worthy cause. It's for the future. It might not be books in your community, but it's books in a community, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the community of the world. The great thing about here in Illinois, they have this inner suburban library system. So anything that we bring into the library here at Prairie Hills Library in Hazel Crest can be used in Mundelein, can be used in Gurnee, can be used anywhere inside the Chicagoland area. So all you have to do is call and order the books. That's a wonderful benefit, just to have more books into the system. So it's all about the future. That's what we're doing. This is my first philanthropic adventure. I'm very excited about it. Well, not my first, but my first on my own. I'm very excited about it. I do believe that the children are our future. I am that corny. I'm naive enough to believe that. I'm naive enough to believe that if we can properly educate and train them, we can change the world, and it's just going to take some time. So with that, I won't leave you with much more ado. But if you can, make sure that you can donate. If you can donate more than $26, that'd be great. I'm going to compile a list of the donors on my page, thinktaylor.com/future. That's going to be the page that I'm going to be marking tracking the money, analyzing the cash, and those donors, and show you exactly what's going on. So you can always check more out here at thinktaylor.com. If you're not following me, make sure that you're staying up on everything. See me on Facebook or Twitter. Facebook.com/thinktaylor, Twitter.com/thinktaylor, YouTube.com/thinktaylor. That's how we do it. You got to brand yourself across all levels. But philanthropy, that's what we're on today, is giving back. We're going to be a go-giver out here in the society. We're going to give more than we take to the world and to the universe, and feel good in the process. I hope you're able to support the cause. If you can't this time, don't worry about it. We'll be collecting funds for a few months. But the earlier you give that money in, the better. $26 is really all we're asking for. If you can do 52, that'll be outstanding. But if you can get your $26 in by, let's say, September would be great, because then I want to approach Chase, some of the other local banks in the area, see if we can't get matching donations. All these Walmarts in the area, there are a lot of big corporations, there are a lot of small companies that might be able to donate $200, $500, $1,000. So let's really see how big we can make this thing, and see what type of impact we can have with our dollars, specifically when we earmark specific purchases, changes that we want to see in the world. So with that, it's your host, Freddie Taylor here, thinktaylor.com, reminding you to think Taylor when your business needs a boost, but also that all things happen first in the mind, then in reality. Let's go get them.